Bird comes in and says, which one of you is gonna come in second place?
Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest talker ever, man. And he backed it up because he was so cold.
That man was a magician.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bird.
Some players rely on speed, others on strength, and some didn't need either to take over a game. They saw plays before they happened, talked to you while doing it, and then did exactly what they said they would. For years, the best players in the league knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it. These are the real stories from the players who had to guard him, the ones who heard it, felt it, and watched it all play out exactly how he called it. This is what it was really like playing against Larry Bird.
Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest talker ever, man. And he backed it up because he was so cold.
He's demolishing everybody.
He hit it and looked at me, he was like, damn, I didn't mean to leave nothing on the clock.
That man was a magician.
I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. Wait, who's the white guy you put out there? I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. And he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game. Bird comes in and says, which one of you is gonna come in second place? I'm sitting around, nobody said nothing.
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad.
Three-point contest at the All-Star break. And Larry walks in and says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this. Excuse me?
You know, I had no clue. I never really practiced. Me and Danny used to shoot some. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You really did. You knew the guys, but you never were around them.
Larry beat you with his will and his mind, but he didn't have the athletic ability that Kobe and Michael and LeBron and those guys had. Larry wills himself and his team to win.
It's too easy to have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant as an idol. The guy flies around and do whatever he wants. It's too easy. My guy doesn't run, doesn't jump, and play the best of everybody else. He's here. This is my idol, the best player ever, in my opinion.
We walk out on the court, and he said, who guarding me? Larry used to always call me Cheesy, right? He's like, Cheesy, who guarding me? And I was like, you know, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, you ain't got no brothers? You? He's like, you
disrespecting me.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. He said, hey man, you can't put no white dude on me. That is straight disrespect. He said, don't put no white dude on me. So check this out. So the next year we come back, I said, I got somebody for your ass, right? He said, who you got? I said, Rob. He said, okay. He's a little better. He said, but don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
I'm gonna take you over to this corner. I'm gonna dribble 2 times. I'm gonna hit your ass in the face, and it bet not touch the ring. And then he said, if it do, I'm gonna come right back and do it again until it touches. That's how Larry Bird used to get at.
Wow, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So people, ask people about him. Motherfucker used to tell you, boy, you can't do with me. I'm too good for this.
Wow.
I'm gonna give you a Christmas present. This jumper in your face. It's like this, man.
I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. And first play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. I was pissed. You know, I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3, but this some bitch that's called me Holmes. You know? And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground, he fouled me, and I'm pointing.
Want to run, they find Rook.
And he said, hey, Rook, I said, what? He said, what? He said, I like you. You got, he said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, but I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
Who was the first person to bust your ass?
Man, I'm gonna keep this real with y'all, man. My ass got busted real early, man. We was playing Boston Celtics, so the great Larry Bird. I didn't really know much. I'm from Indiana. Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down. When we got to Boston that morning, I knew something wasn't right. I saw an X-Man. He was whipping around the court a little bit like he was sore. I figured he'd be all right. Xavier McDaniel. I figured he'd be all right. But I go to the game on the early bus. I get there. They come out on the court. They say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. And I was like, what the hell? Okay. I'm all for it, though, So, actually, he didn't play. He had a sore knee. But my point to you is this: Larry gave me 50 3/4.
Oh, there's the white flag right now.
Bird on the 20-year-old Kemp takes a follow-away. Oh, he's got 40.
He was hitting everything, and he talked to me the whole entire game. What did he say? Dude. Well, first of all, he asked me to jump the ball. He said, "You the cat that broke all my records in high school, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He goes, "Yeah, you the one that used to dunk my brother too, right?" Like Eddie. And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "I got you tonight." So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, "When I get down to the other end, I'm gonna pump fix you, get an and one on you, look at you, flags." That's how Cold Mary worked.
He was a savant on the court, just a savant, 2 plays ahead on everything. I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and beat a team when Bird is in his prime.
We were playing Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they gave me the task of guarding Larry Bird. Guarding Larry Bird, I'm like this 25-year-old rookie in the league. They said, "Dennis, you have to guard him." And I'm like, and guard him. So that was my whole job, to guard the toughest guy on the team, on the other teams. So, so I'm guarding him. And every time I turn my head, he's over there in the 3-point line. He said, "I'm over here, Rook." I'm like, let's I got to go out there and run out there like a dumbass. Let's go out there, try to contest him. He hit the 3. I'm like, okay.
Chubby white guy, he wore us out, man. But see, this muscle here, the one between his ears, that was his best, because he made the 3-pointers and he had assists and rebounded, steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court. One of the great players I had the opportunity to play against.
There's nobody that I ever played against that I love and respected more than Larry Bird. The man, listen, you couldn't give him an inch or he would just shoot it right in your face. He was dominant at both ends of the court. And so Larry Bird made me a better player, and I think I made him a better player. And together, we made the NBA better.
I remember sitting on the bench watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout. And one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench. And he said, 3-pointer. From right over here. So I'm sitting over there looking like Babe Ruth. Man, all in your shot already, Wayne, right? Yeah. So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something. And he hit a 3.
Can you believe that?
And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this gonna be a long night.
Bird used to tell me, "Look here, man. I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open." All that shit. He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They'll be always mentioning him. He was the shit. Yeah. Shit, man. He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold. Cold dude, man. Real cold.